Hello, I am Dr. Courtney Morris, and I will be your instructor for this online Baypath University course in positive psychology. Just a little bit about me. Um, I have a PhD in counseling psychology from the University of Denver, and I specialize in health psychology. When I am not teaching online for Baypath University in the psychology department, I work full time as a health psychologist in a primary care clinic at a veterans hospital in Massachusetts. I absolutely love my work and enjoy helping veterans in a fast paced environment, providing brief care, rapid assessments, and working both in a whole health kind of model or way. I help veterans with chronic illness management and health behaviors, and I also help with traditional mental health symptoms and provide a lot of education on how there is a relationship between the two, the mind and body. What's interesting is in our course, Positive Psychology, there is a bit of interplay with health psychology, and we'll be looking at that and talking about that along our way. We'll be working with each other for 6 full weeks, and all of the material that you need for this course is embedded in each of the modules for each week's learning. So you don't have to purchase any extra textbooks of any kind. Everything you need will be there on the Canvas interface. So I'm going to now do a brief overview of what you can expect over the next 6 weeks in this course, and specifically about week 1, what we will be focusing on and what I'll be looking for. Welcome to this course. I'm very passionate about the topic and very interested in working with you. And just to give you a lay of the land, every week by Thursday at midnight, you will be asked to submit an original response or post on our online discussion board answering the questions at hand. Always please take a look at the grading rubric associated with each discussion post or assignment. It will be very clear on where the grades will be, the points for your grade will be coming from, and how I'll be determining those grades. So take a look at the rubrics before you click submit and submit something. But every week by midnight on Thursday, I'm looking for you to post your original response. And then by Saturday at midnight, I'm hoping that you will take a look at other students' responses and add a little more to some of the other intriguing comments or questions that were posed in that discussion post. So something that's really adding a little more of a rich discussion, not simply saying, I agree, or that was great, but a little more in depth. And I'm looking for it at least 2, but you get most points for having 3 other responses to other posts by Saturday at midnight. And then every week also by Saturday at midnight, there'll be a personal reflection exercise that's due and an assignment that will be due. Most weeks the assignment will be a paper, and I'm hoping that you will follow the American Psychological Association formatting, or APA formatting. What's nice is this preliminary work for week 1, there's information on APA formatting and information on plagiarism and what it is and what it isn't. So please take a look at those things. What I'm most looking for is double spacing, 12-point font, Times New Roman, and having a cover page, a references page, and appropriately citing all literature that you're borrowing to answer the questions for your assignment. And I'm always looking, when it is a paper in APA formatting, for you to integrate other empirical literature and articles to be citing in that paper. And to cite, you want to put parentheses at the end of that section of paraphrased or borrowed content using the author's last name and year of publishing. Please do not use exact quotes from everything. Please try harder to summarize the information in your own words and then still cite the reference. If there's questions about this formatting, let me know. And just to remind you or alert you, Baypath has incredible tutoring services that are free to you as well. I utilized these when I was in school and saw dramatic growth in my writing skills, and I really appreciated that extra tutoring. So just don't forget that that's always available to you as well as being a student at Baypath. Some of the assignments won't just be paper format. They may be asking you to do an interview of some kind and write up on that, which is taking it a little step further than just doing an empirical paper, or maybe putting a presentation or a reference guide of some kind together. So always look ahead and take a look at the rubrics on what you'll be graded on and what I'll be looking for. I'll always respond within 24 hours to any questions, but try to email me through my email. It's comorris@baypath.edu. Please do not send questions to me in your actual assignment papers or on the side of the comment section, because those don't always get alerted to me immediately. And I get your questions much sooner if you just send a direct email to me. But that's the best way to definitely get a hold of me, and I will be available to you. There are many TED Talk videos as well as reading assignments for your module learning. So please watch all videos that are recommended and read all material that's recommended. A lot of the articles aren't too lengthy, so at first you might be, whoa, there's 5 reading things due this week. They're usually not that lengthy and really do support one another in the learning for that week. I hope you enjoy. And a very preliminary heads up, we'll talk a lot more about this later. The only difference is week 6, your final week, in addition to your self-reflection assignment due on Saturday, you'll also have a final project due. And that will be a self-help reference guide. And we'll talk a little more about that later on. So for week 1 in positive psychology, we're really exploring emotional intelligence, what it is and what it is not, and its influence on life, satisfaction, well-being, and happiness. I'm sure in your life you've experienced some people that have really surprisingly high emotional intelligence, and some individuals that don't have such strong emotional intelligence, and how that can have an impact on our quality of life. Week 1 as well, we will be looking at the 5 themes of emotional intelligence, and we'll be taking a look at the set point theory of happiness and some of the key players in positive psychology, who some of these main theorists and researchers are. It's a really burgeoning and growing field, and it's really exciting, some of what the most recent research has found, and we'll be each week taking deeper and deeper looks at this. I think it's fascinating to also take a further look at your own level of emotional intelligence and what that means to you. And so for part of your self-reflection exercise this week, you'll be taking a quiz on emotional intelligence. And this is to serve as a compass or guide for your own learning. And in turn, we tend to be better researchers, professors, psychologists, and therapists when we have done some of the work ourselves and taken a look at what it means to us as well. So it'll be really informative, hopefully, and I hope you enjoy some of the themes and topics and discussions throughout this course. We'll be covering a lot of the major theories, such as PERMA and flow. We'll be looking at how positive psychology interplays with different aspects of our day-to-day life, relationships, work, school environments, for example, how culture has an impact on positive psychology and happiness, and how positive psychology is really a branch of humanism, humanistic theory. There's a lot of material, and it's very condensed over 6 weeks, so try to do your best to take always look ahead. I think it's manageable though, and I think it's really fun, and try to enjoy your assignments as best you can, although I know they're homework. Luckily, a lot of the material we try to have you apply to your everyday life, and even interview a couple that you know later on in the course. So I like how dynamic the learning is. You have all different types of learning, videos and articles, but it should be hopefully an enjoyable course for you. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I haven't covered. I don't think so. I think it's a pretty good intro and lay of the land. But I'm here. I'm available if you have any questions starting out. And I really look forward to working with you. Take care. Bye-bye.